Purposeful living of an unexplained existence. Know what they say. If you ain't living, you just existing. You trying to live this life to the fullest. Neighborhood. Love God.
If you eat good, you good. If you think good, you good. If you feel good, you good. If you see good, you good. You get all this in the neighborhood. Bring back business in the neighborhood. We gon' partner in the neighborhood. You just gotta nurture the nature. You just gotta nurture nature. You just gotta nurture nature. You just gotta nurture the nature. Build a family in the neighborhood. Grow your own food in the neighborhood. Start your schools in the neighborhood.
Peace, 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 beloved. What's popping with the population? Man, give me a hug, man. Bring it in, man. Dap me up, man. Salute, man. Whatever, man. Just bring it in, man. What's going on, man? Y'all already know the vibes, man. Welcome back to the greatest More Life show on the planet. It's none other than your favorite neighbor, the biggest neighbor, Young Nature, aka Neighborhood Nature, aka Neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Before I even get started with anything, man, make sure to give this episode a like. Make sure to comment down below, man. Comment neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Let me feel the energy in the comments. 3, if you haven't already, which I don't know why you haven't, like, what rock are you living under? Subscribe to the neighborhood. Yes, tell your neighbor to tell their neighbor to tell their neighbor to subscribe to the neighborhood, man. And let's grow this community. Make sure to go follow me on all my socials at Neighborhood Nature _. Yes, Neighborhood Nature. Some of you guys are wondering, my guy has returned, but he left out the boy. What's going on with that? Along this journey that God has set forth for us, we evolve, we grow, you know what I'm saying? And I eventually knew that I was going to delete the boy out my name. I just didn't know when. You know, a neighbor had told me that back in 2021. I ain't gonna dive too far into this. Just long story short, he was a store owner, it was a local business. He had told me he had seen the neighborhood pieces or the shirts I used to come in with my name on it, and he used to ask about it. You know what I mean? He was really taking a liking to the brand. He had gave me some gems. He had told me, I love the name Neighborhood Nature Boy. It's catchy, you know, like, but when does the boy become the man? And I ain't gonna drop too far into that story because there's more to that, but that always stuck with me, man. He was right. When does the boy become a man? For me, and I always carry myself as a man, even though people would call me the boy, you know, identify me as the boy. But it's kind of, for lack of better words, counterproductive to your growth if you are operating out in the world on your purpose, on your mission as a man, but you got everybody else calling you the boy. You feel me? So we dropping the boy out the name. You know what I'm saying? You call me Neighborhood Nature, Young Nature, King Nature, Dayron, whatever. Just leave out the boy. This is the first episode of the year, I believe. I'm not sure. I may have to go back into the catalog, but I think this is the first episode of the year. And that's freaking crazy to me because, to be honest, neighbors, yes, I had this whole elaborate blueprint of different series and episodes that I was going to drop from the beginning of this year. Yes, from the beginning of this year, we was going to flood you guys. But your neighbor has been, like, in the process of editing all the episodes that I was creating, and from the beginning of the year to now, I was getting sort of an imposter syndrome, or just becoming too much of a perfectionist of how something should be created, and just getting in my head about everything being so perfect. And to be honest, it ain't never gonna be perfect, especially when you looking at the every little detail of flaws that you see or that you may think you see. You feel me? And the longer and the more perfect you try to get it, the longer and the much more time you spend not getting anything done. You feel me? And that's basically how what timing I was on. But to be honest, neighbors, even though I haven't been as active on the YouTube, for those of you who've been tapped in with the neighborhood on my socials, especially on like IG and Threads, you will know I'm still active out here. Like, we've been growing in the neighborhood nursery. As you guys know, I have a plant nursery. I sell plants. You know what I'm saying? We sell herbs, certain herbs, and seeds. And I've been showing you guys what we've been having available, what new fruits we're growing, what trees we have available, and etc. And to be honest, I've created a bunch of episodes. They just have not dropped. You feel me? And we just gonna leave those in the archives as well. And we just gonna create, man. We gonna create. Trust me, we got so much coming. It's not even funny, man. But you guys have missed a lot of fruit that has been bearing. you guys have missed a few peak seasons. Like, you missed the soursop peak season. You missed the mango peak season, of course. And we're right now in the midst of avocado peak season. I'm gonna show you avocado. So for those of you who are wondering about that fruit that I showed you in the beginning of the episode, that is not available right now. As far as like in that quantity, you already know mangoes only have one season, and that's over with. But soursops, they do grow all throughout the year, and we actually do have soursops growing in the neighborhood. It's just not at its peak season where we're probably gonna get 50 to 60 soursops, you know what I mean, in that time frame. Nah, it's gonna be about 10 to 5 to 10, you know what I'm saying, here and there. As you know, avocados and soursops, you know, they have peak seasons where they grow a shit ton of fruits, or bear a shit ton of fruits, or a boatload of fruits. But they also have moments along in the year where they grow, you know, 10, 20 fruits, which is why it's super important to have ebbs and flows to your gardening or your food forests. You know, you don't want to just grow things that only have one full peak season. You want to have a mixture, a range of things, you know what I'm saying? But that's for another episode. Just want to, you know what I mean, dedicate this episode to you guys, to the neighbors who've been wondering where I've been at, what we've been on. To be honest, like I said, we haven't stopped growing. We haven't stopped being out here in the neighbor euphoria, getting it in, you know, getting our hands dirty. We just haven't been airing it to the people. Boy has been doing a lot of traveling too, you know what I'm saying? So I just haven't been doing the channel no justice all around. This isn't just a gardening show. This is also a health and wellness experience show as well, where I show you guys how to chef up some food, some healthy living food. I show you guys the process and the steps of detoxing from that food, and I show you how we live life, you know what I'm saying, how we just be having fun out here. Mellow. But yeah, we back, we ready to have a, I just want to leave you guys with this gem, man. Leave you guys with this gem. If you have an idea, or if you're a very creative person, and whatever way their creation finds you, put it out to the world. Put it out to the world. First, learn the craft, or experience the craft, learn from the craft, hone in on that craft, and then release it to the world. Don't be a perfectionist. This ain't the time for perfectionism. Drop it. The way you perfect the craft is by releasing it to the people and seeing what works, what doesn't work, so you could get back to the drawing board and hone in on that craft. You know what I'm saying? Don't sit on your stuff and get in your head and contemplate when's the best time to do this or how this looks. No. Listen, at first, when you drop to something, you're gonna look crazy. But That's why it's called a journey. That's why it's a marathon. Feel me? Because it's throughout the journey, throughout the marathon, throughout the reps, throughout the shots, where you get, you know what I'm saying, where you get that experience, where you get that, where you learn. It's those mess ups, those missed shots, those missed points that you were supposed to say in the video, where you start to learn and hone in on your craft. You feel me? So get busy, man, and release that stuff. Release the content. Release whatever it is that you feel driven to do so, man. I hope this year has been nothing but a bunch of healing, spiritually, mentally, physically, on a cellular level. Hope has been nothing but a deep connection with self and God, and alignment with the right people, alignment with true purpose, your true people, and your true foundation, you know, and disconnection from everything that God doesn't have for you. You feel me? Unalignment with everything that God wants out of your life. You feel me? That goes for people, relationships, food, places, spaces, all that. And if you don't necessarily know your purpose, it's not the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? It's coming. Your purpose will rise to the top. Like cream rises to the top, your purpose will rise to the top when you get in alignment, when you get in connection with God, with self, with who you truly are. Feel me? You ain't gotta find, because God is already within. So, you know, get in your word, get in whatever it is that will bring you closer to God, and your purpose will be there. Align with your purpose and life will never seem worthless, you heard? Drop that content, drop the episode, drop the music, drop that product, drop the reviews, whatever it is. Release it to the people, you feel me? And grow with your people. Don't grow from your people, grow with your people. Whoever doesn't grow with you in that community, they gon' exit themselves. God gonna remove them. You ain't gotta worry about that. God gonna remove them. You heard? It's your favorite neighbor on the greatest More Life show on the planet. Make sure to subscribe to the neighbor. Tell a neighbor to tell a neighbor to tell a neighbor to subscribe to the neighborhood if they aren't doing so. Make sure to give the episode a like. Make sure to comment neighborhood below. And follow me on all my socials at neighborhood nature _. I already know the neighborhood mantra. I got multiple, but I'm going to say my favorite. Especially when we out here in the neighborhood. Euphoria, the garden, and we gardening or food foresting. Grow your own / support true righteous local growers. It's not either or, it's do both. Grow your own / support true righteous local growers. Or continue. I don't want to hear no complaints if you choose this option. Or continue to rely on a broken system, a fake system, a system that relies on you to be unhealthy, to be something other than God meant you to be. Rely on that broken system to supply you their own. And like I just stated, you already know what that entails. Especially as society becomes more and more intertwined with artificial intelligence. Our food's gonna start becoming more, it already is, but our food's getting more artificial. Our relationships and connections are getting more artificial. And our deep connection with self and God are definitely becoming artificial. Make sure to go outside, breathe the fresh air, you know what I mean, get your earthing on, get some sunlight in, man, and get to it to get through, you heard? Also, man, I'm gonna stop gatekeeping the good pieces, you feel me? It's not gonna have, you know, the new pieces is not gonna have Nature Boy on it. It's gonna have neighborhood pieces that's gonna be dropping. Just stay tuned, stay ready, you heard? Stay ready so you gotta get ready. Peace, love, light, much healing energy to you and yours. It's your favorite neighbor. Peace, you dig?
You own food in the neighborhood. Start your schools in the neighborhood.